어디 한국?
코리아 대학
코리아 대학.
Or maybe you won't turn anymore to the Prime Street. Yeah.
The next
Did you guys see?
Yeah.
I was gonna go.
Yeah.
The area over on the left, this is Seven Dials. It's in the north of Covent Garden. From Accent, you will be here once you actually get your bearings. You'll be in Seven Dials in about 5.5 minutes. Lots of little independent shops, 7 or 8 in a week. On the left, the little booksellers street of still Soho. London is the third most tolerant city in Europe. It's not embarrassing to be beaten on that metric by Amsterdam and Barcelona, but frankly plays are optional. Up and on the left, Shaftesbury Avenue, where lots and lots of the big theatres in the West End can be found. London is the capital of World Theatre. New York City is the capital of World Theatre. It depends what inspiration for the New England clapboard churches. James Gibbs, the architect, was the first European architect to sell his pattern books in the then colony. So if you go up into mild stomping grounds of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, a little bit of Maine, a little bit of Connecticut, you will see those old boxy clapboard churches. They're all based on St. So folks, over on the right is the home to the finest maple syrup and best manners in the world. 2 o'clock, and so they are being replaced. The timing is perfect. See? Yeah, I told you we're good at standing in line. It's a national sport. Don't mess with us. We can do 14 hours in a go. If you look carefully under the eye line of the helmets, you might be able to make out. I don't think today. On the left now, the Palace of Westminster, not as old as it looks. All rebuilt after the catastrophic fire on the 16th of October 1834, except for that triangular roof. That is Westminster Hall. The core of the walls go back to the 11th century. That is where the late Queen's coffin lay in state. Now, the House of Commons is the bit we're passing now. On the far end to our left is the House of Lords, our unelected, named and hereditary equivalent of the Senate. On the left, the little parish church of Parliament, St Margaret's Church, and beyond, the much bigger and one of, and for me, the best thing to spend money on visiting, Westminster Abbey. Look on the left and you will see the burial place of Charles Dickens, Charles Darwin, a dozen kings, home to poets called... Again, although I'm sentimental, because if the young man or woman in question says no, you have 15 minutes back to the bottom while all of the coeds take photos of you sobbing, and it's very socially awkward. Mercifully, her taste in men is as bad as her taste in soccer team. She smokes crack sports. Chelsea said yes, and the Visigoths are the proof that all is well with the world. Just out this morning, the news that the owners of the London Eye are applying for perpetual right for it to be there. It only has permission until 2028. It got permission until 2015, then it was extended to 2028, and so now. Now imagine if you guys had touched down at London Pearl Harbour Airport. You wouldn't have felt very well. Spend all the money. Now, if you are a Frankfurter like me, you don't have to call this bridge Waterloo Bridge. You can call it the Ladies' Bridge, because it was rebuilt by an entirely female workforce during the Second World War. Now, if any of the chaps on board are a little bit old-fashioned, this pub here, Bank of England, that is where Sweeney Todd's barbershop would have been if it wasn't a made-up story. The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Now, where's my journo? Where's my journalism major? Yeah. So you are on the street of ink. If you say Fleet Street to British people, you are talking about the print media. There are no more newspapers anymore, but up until the 1980s, the tiny amount that's left are in the basement. As a part of yours. All of the G20 countries leave some gold reserves in there for liquid exchange. And the big temple is the old stock exchange. Now, any of you literary types, I would argue the most important and certainly influential US poem of the 20th century mentions the church on your left, St. Mary Woolnoth. I am of course talking about The Wasteland by Thomas Stearns Eliot. Take your finger off. Over on the right, floating in the River Thames, proving that this bridge opens 10 to 12 times a week, that is the Belfast, a floating museum. First Allied ship to open its guns. Not free for adults, free for children only, paying for adults. Now, after the...
What food do you have? I look like a mess, no! Aria. Hi. What is this?
I'm sure we'll just not. Why would I switch to this side?
There's nothing there. Oh, we go down. Yeah.
It's so cool. He's like, I want to keep walking on the riverside. Like, is that okay? I'm like, I don't know what I do. Yeah.
No, that you like dates, don't you?
That's crazy.
Just about.
Classic chocolate.
Full picture of her taste test.
I realize we have nothing to say. We have just been to Sainsbury's, right? The other side. Somewhere.
It's over there. 5 minutes away.
5 minutes. Now we got
Oh, we
groceries.
gotta cross.
Oh, we gotta cross. Oh shoot. 13.